Hello all. I am just about to go into a Goodwill store. This one I haven't been to in a while, maybe almost a month, honestly. As you can see, I have my kids with me. So I talked about on my Instagram earlier yesterday that I wanted to do videos that weren't just haul videos, and I got a lot of great ideas. But I can't just sit in front of a camera and talk. I'm just not that person. I mean, I'm doing it right now, but I'm not like this huge social butterfly who can just talk for 30 minutes in front of a camera about different things, even if it is reseller related. So I think what I'm going to do is incorporate like a thrift with me and then haul video, and throughout the haul I'm going to try and give you guys some reseller tips. In the future I'll probably make some more what sold videos, and I'll actually put the thumbnail like at the bottom of the video, like right here. But right now I'm just going to kind of go over and recap what sold for me. So if you are interested in this, then keep on watching. We are ready to go into this Goodwill.
Mommy, what I'm cold.
Pick out a cart. Is that the one you want? Want to put baby in it?
Yeah.
Look at this.
One.
Oh my gosh. Want me to look at those gloves? I will in just a second, honey. Okay guys, I just got back in my car. For all of you moms and dads out there wondering, my son's not buckled in because we are still sitting in the parking lot. I actually buckle my kids in. Yes, I do. So anyways, the haul was really sad. I spent $33. And I didn't get anything super great, but everything I got, I really thought about, and I would get it again. But the reason it was sad is because I spent like an hour and a half in there, and it was just not a very good day. It was lots of old Liz Claiborne. I think some of the best stuff I found was some Silence and Noise, some BB Dakota that I ended up just leaving, lots of Calvin Klein, but I didn't pick any of it up. It just seemed, sometimes I have days where I only spend $20 in Goodwill, but I feel like they had a nice selection despite the fact that I only spent $20. But today it was just really lots of old stuff from probably like the mid to early 2000s. So I actually started looking at things that I normally don't look at. Like usually I skip past the blazers, and I might have some Lululemon fanatics mad at me for this, but I usually don't look through the sweatpants just because Lululemon isn't that big around where I live. It really hasn't, that whole Lululemon wave hasn't really hit this side of town yet. So I usually spend like 20 minutes looking through the leggings and sweatpants just to find nothing. So I usually skip. But today I actually looked through them because the selection was so bad everywhere else. I was thinking, oh, if I could just find one diamond in the rough. But anyways, it didn't happen. But I will quickly go through my haul. I found two of these Athleta compression tanks. So I don't know usually I don't pick up tank tops, right? Especially just regular sports tank tops. But these compression tanks I know are expensive new. So I will probably, I don't know the comps on those, but I'm thinking maybe $15 each. That might be a little high, I'm not sure. I found this Sanctuary, like stretched. The tag was hanging. So this Sanctuary stretch jegging. It has like this dark paisley. Kind of reminds me of like old ladies, but Sanctuary is a good brand to pick up. I also found this Tahari blazer. I don't know what I'll list that at, but I'm thinking I'll list it around $30 to $40. This was the first thing I found, and I was like, "Ooh, great, we're off to a good start." And then I didn't find anything. This Prana, really lightweight hoodie. And speaking of, you know, activewear, I found a couple Nike Golf and a couple North Face pieces. And normally, my baby's mad because I'm not moving. Normally I always pick up North Face, but these were just plain polos, and they had them marked up to like $5.99. So I'm like, I'll pass. I found this blouse. It has little cute rabbits on it. The reason I picked it up is because it is a Disney Lauren Conrad collab. Oh, Peanut, we'll be moving soon, Peanut Butter. Oh, I gotta help Peanut Butter. Don't hate me right now. Don't hate me right now. Mommy's almost done with the video. And then we have fun. Look at Milky's coming out. Oh, how do you think about that? Look, I've got something better for you. Ooh.
Mom.
Okay. I'll probably edit that out. Yeah, save as much as you want for later. Just don't put it anywhere in the car besides right next to you.
Okay.
Oh no. He mad. $14, but it usually sells pretty quickly. It has this nice Victoria's Secret logo, so I can tell it hasn't been washed or worn too many times because that's still completely intact with no cracking. And this is the last one I have to show you guys. Lauren Ralph Lauren, and I picked this up because this window pane, I think that's what it's called. Is it grid or is it window pane? Or am I making this up? Did I have this in a dream? I remember like extensively looking up this print because I personally loved it. And I don't remember what it's called now. I think window pane. I'm gonna say window pane, but I personally, like, when I see it myself in my head, I'm like, oh, a grid pattern. But anyway, so that was my haul. Here is my receipt. $33.82 after tax. So, I will probably try to continue this video. Like I said, I wanted to kind of incorporate different tips and what sold. Hopefully this video is longer than 5 minutes, but maybe it will be the end here. And I will have to say goodbye to all my lovelies. Okay guys, I actually made it back to the silver screen. Not really, but I am gonna show you guys quickly, or tell you quickly, what sold. So if these what sold sections are, you know, popular with you guys in the future, I can make more of them and actually add the image thumbnail of what sold, like right here. But right now I use an app on my phone to edit videos, and I really don't feel like editing them on my computer because then you have to transfer them and it turns into a long process. So this is gonna be a quick recap of what sold within the last few weeks for me. I'm only gonna do Poshmark. I'm not gonna go through Mercari, eBay, or Etsy. Although I have been doing very good on my Etsy, which is an entirely different story because, as some of you may know, I started reselling vintage kitchenware, and I still do. It has a place in my heart and it always will. But obviously reselling clothing is more practical for me. I don't have to worry about something getting damaged during shipment. You know, it's pretty much a flat rate shipping because nothing goes over 5 pounds for me. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of scroll through my sales on my computer, and I'm not gonna go into big detail because I know you guys don't want to sit here and listen to like the texture and make, model, material of every single item that's sold. So what I'm gonna do is basically say the brand, you know, style, what it is, pants, sweater, vest, whatever, and how much it sold for. Like when I first started reselling, I wanted to know, before I wanted to know style, before I wanted to know, you know, material, color, size, I wanted to know specifically brand comps. You know, which brands sell, which brands don't. Because when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing or getting myself into, so I'm like, I just want to know what brands to look out for. So I'm basically gonna keep it at brand and then shout the price out right afterwards. I'm gonna try to keep my hands under control so I don't look like, you know, an animal. Okay, so I'll just start here. I sold an All Saints, that's the brand, All Saints sweater, a light brown sweater for $28. Loft sweater vest for $18. So I will say, don't, you know, Loft isn't one of those brands where it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna sell. Obviously, most of you know that, but this was a really nice, I said I wouldn't go into this, but this is it was a really cute style, and it was really heavy, and it felt like it was never worn. I sold some cut from cloth jeans for $19. I sold an Anne Klein dress for $35. I sold a flax, F-L-A-X, the label is all capitals when it's on clothing, a flax top for $20. I just sold a really simple Pink Floyd band shirt for $13. A cashmere Banana Republic sweater for $15. I sold this no brand. Yeah, I'm shocked too. I picked up a no brand feather print long dress. I only sold it for $11, but I shouldn't even say but. I didn't make any money off of it. It was a bad buy. I bought it because I thought it was cute and it didn't look good on me. A Joan Voss top for $15. Some paper denim and cloth jeans for $18. Victoria's Secret pink sweater for $16. A Nicole Miller gold label, not Nicole by Nicole Miller, not Nicole Miller New York, not Nikki by Nicole Miller, Nicole Miller gold label, the good one. Trench coat for $40. I sold a little bundle. I'm not even gonna go through it because most of them were like, you know, just simple mall brands. An Eileen Fisher silk top for $29. I sold some really kick-ass Prana convertible hiking pants for $26. I could have probably gotten more out of them, but I wasn't gonna be greedy. I sold some United nude boots. So the label is actually just a capital U, capital N, and it's pretty chunky, and sometimes it's hard to see on the bottom of their shoes, but they are, I mean, that brand did well for me. I sold a Rain Spooner tunic for $32. Oh, the United nude boots. I don't even know if I said those boots that I was just talking about. Those sold for $40. The Rain Spooner sold for $32. I sold a Rebel Yell top for $10. Not a brand I would pick up again. I sold a Gary, maybe it's pronounced Jerry, G-E-R-R-Y, sweater for $17. I would not pick that brand up again. I sat on it forever, and I actually looked up the comps after I sold it, and I'm like, oh, this is why I sat on it forever. The initial retail price isn't that high to begin with. I sold a vintage men's sweater for $20. I sold a Peck and Peck pattern top for $13. Not a brand I would pick up again. I sold Cachet metallic gold skinny pants. So those sold for $32. So I'm going to keep my eye out for Cachet. I've seen it quite a bit, but usually I pass on it. Well, not anymore. I sold a vintage rattan handbag for $15. Lane Bryant cozy sweater for $13. I sold a Calvin Klein blazer for $21. I sold a little no brand for $9. It was just a peasant top. I didn't make any money off of it. It was one of those impulse buys, but I'm glad I sold it. I sold a Denim & Supply by Ralph Lauren jacket, which I wouldn't pick up just for the brand, but this was a very unique piece. I listed it as a marching band jacket because I was like, I looked at it and I thought it was something that people wore in marching band practice. But after looking up the comps after it sold, because it sold within an hour, I realized it was a military style jacket. I didn't know the difference between a marching band jacket and a military jacket. So for all of you who think I'm like this professional, I'm just doing this out of my house, guys. I just want to make money and support my children. Like okay, that's embarrassing. And they're gonna be like, marching band? Is mayonnaise an instrument? That's all I can think of. I sold a Burton. Burton is a snowboarding brand. Pretty high retail value. It's not like a luxury brand, but it's one of those that's up there. I sold it for $25. I sold some too by Vince Camuto skinny jeans for $15. I sold denim 24/7, which I should just say it's one of those no brands, but I had to pick this up for the style. Sloppy chunky sweater for $20. And then I just had a bundle sale of Prana boyfriend jeans that were insulated, vintage dress. I don't know the style. It seemed very like foreign, like maybe Indian. Very traditional though. Like, just go look at my closet because I can't explain. I thought a military jacket was a marching band jacket. And then they also bought a vintage Disney Mickey Mouse top. So I do want to throw this in there real quick for any of you watching. Obviously keep your eye out for like super unique vintage, but vintage Disney has done really well for me, okay? Right down to t-shirts and sweaters, even ones that I saw and I thought, it's vintage Disney, but it's ugly as sin, have ended up selling for me. Not just on Poshmark, but Mercari and eBay and Relove, which I've told you guys about Relove. So yeah, so that's just what sold on Poshmark, but vintage clothes have been selling for me on Etsy too. So if you have a good stockpile of vintage clothes, I would put them on Etsy. The only downside is there's a listing fee, but there's a listing fee on eBay half the time too. So I would cross post to Etsy if you have lots of good vintage stuff. I mean, vintage is hot right now. I would take advantage of it. I think vintage is going to be hot for the next few years. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. And sorry if this was like a super long rant and it was super boring because nobody got to see pictures of what I was talking about, but hopefully just hearing the brands of what sold will be enough for some of you. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and a comment. So I don't always comment back on my YouTube channel because I never get the notifications. So I actually have to like go back to my video to leave a comment or reply to someone. And half the time I see the comment like 2 days afterwards, but they still make me happy and I still read every single one. Same with Instagram. I read every single comment I get on Instagram. Even if I just like it, I read every single comment. So anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped somebody out there and wasn't too boring. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's honey.rags. And my Poshmark closet is honeyrags with no dot. Thank you.